inching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Down. 180. Hey, we're good. 185. It's up.
Now the first-round pick from Alabama, Josh Jacobs. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. 24th pick in the spring by Oakland was Josh Jacobs. Only rushed for 640 yards last year at Alabama, but when you consider the offensive depth chart they had, it makes it understandable. So young, won't turn 22 until February, and they're really hoping that the veteran presence of 30-year-old Doug Martin can be a guiding light for Jacobs. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On first down, they go with Jacobs again. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Carr finds Williams. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
A gain of 19 yards. First down, Raiders.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 37-yard line.
I'm letting you know right now, you better bring. Jim. Hey, switch gears.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Like 22's coming.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't
would do
even
for
know
them?
why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 23.
Check your hot read. Watch safety creep. Come up. Safety's creeping.
Out of the gun, Watson. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Play action from Miller. Now Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Carl Joseph. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Stills the intended target.
Switch. Watch the ship.
They'll run on first down. It's Jacobs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. We've become so accustomed to it, you sort of take it for granted.
You really do, but he is so good that every team in his division, every year, is trying to make sure they draft people charged with trying to block J.J. Watt. So far, hasn't been too successful.
Bravo! Big stop, let's go!
On second and 11 now. Carr. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
637.
Throwing his Carr on third down. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. On fourth down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start first and 10. And now the throw going to Fuller, and he's got it. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Looking to throw again on second down. Watson is going to float this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10. Watson now to throw. It's complete. Stills. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now second and 13. Here's Watson. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Cleveland Farrell has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Third and long. It's Watson. It's complete. It's Miller. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when. He told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
No one attempted or made more field goals in Fairbairn last year. He was 37 of 42.
And they were grateful for every one of those that put 3 points on the board. But I'll guarantee you, Bill O'Brien, the head coach, is thinking to himself, we need to use them a lot less in 2019. Let's make sure we score some more touchdowns.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult third down call now.
To throw his car. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up fourth. Now it's first.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
He's going to fire one deep left sideline, and that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr. Lets it go for Nelson. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. J.J. Nelson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Miller. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, here's Miller. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A 3rd down gain of 19. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Faking the give, now Watson. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it, and the Raiders pick it up. And now nothing but green ahead of him. He's at the 30, 20, 10, 5, and he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. Carlson on for the PAT. And it's 21-3. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. The throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. On the return, here's Agnew. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got to the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And they will finally get him to the ground at the Texans' 26. The Raiders last year, they were 25th in the league in rushing, and a good reason why they used one of their 3 first-round picks on Jacobs for runs like we just saw. Jacobs was the first running back taken in this year's draft, 24th overall. That was actually the pick that was originally acquired from the Chicago Bears in that Khalil Mack trade. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They've moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. On play action. Now Carr. He completes it to Nelson. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. This game, this matchup means a little more to the Carr family. Derek Carr's brother David, of course, the first overall pick in 2002 by these Houston Texans. Spent 5 years as the Texans starter, and then he would eventually spend 6 more years as a backup in the league in various spots before calling it a career. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and goal. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle 3rd of the field where he threw that one. Last season for Carlson, bit of a strange rookie year. Won the Vikings job, then was let go week 2 after going 0 for 3, but he picked things back up.
Remember, he was drafted to cure their kicking woes, and he ends up going 0 for 3 against Green Bay, including the potential game winner. Gets cut, picked up by the Raiders, 16 for 17 the rest of the season. I'd say at the end of the year, a pretty good success story.
On 1st down, Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. He's got Fuller. And he lost the football. And the Raiders have recovered. And some room to roam now. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know,
looking for Stills here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And he's into the clear. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown.
That's a touchdown. That's a touchdown.
That pick 6 extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. He finds Hopkins complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. The Texans on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Going deep this time for Miller. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Carl Joseph. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
We got 3. We got 3, fellas. We got 3.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. Now this will be caught. Tyrell Williams. A Raider first down, 17 yards. Like Antonio Brown, Tyrell Williams came to the Raiders in March. Came up the coast from L.A., where he caught 41 balls last year with the Chargers. His best year was 2016 when the Chargers were still in San Diego. Over 1,000 yards, 7 touchdowns, and the Raiders really have high hopes for this 27-year-old receiver. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr as his guys continue to pull it on. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
And Stills bringing it in. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
Get set. Hey, we got tight left. Hey, we got 3 down. Back. Check three. 9.
To throw again on second down. Watson. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Good job.
A 15-yard loss.
The Texans on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Carlson now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. Give him 6 on the run. It'll be 3rd down now with still a long way to go to get to the first down marker.
Reset. 31. He's checking. Crash. 54.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away.
We got this.
The Raiders take over.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Deep.
Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. It's J.J. Watt, and they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TV. And the big boy, dare I say, he showed some athleticism there.
Oh, without a doubt. And you know what else we saw on that play? Why they do more and more ball drills in practice. They want everyone proficient with catching the football and being comfortable, because you never know when a big play like this will happen for a big man.
Now, post-game locker room, does he get an extra drumstick?
He was going to get that anyway. He may get the whole spread now.
Yeah, put some gravy on there. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Well, officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
Dancing to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Carr now to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far.
They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. From the shotgun to give to Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. To throw is Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Will Fuller, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans cut into that lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Richard on the toss. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They run it with Jacobs. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Whitney merciless in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Working from the gun, it's Carr. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 30 yards there, and of course the first down as well. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Carr. Steps away, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
All things considered, a pretty good kick. Just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck. And unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Let's get off the field.
On 2nd and 10, Watson. And he'll find Akins there, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 13-yard line. Watson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
You're not ready. You're not. Hey, 24. Check Mike 57. Mike 57.
Out of the gun, Watson. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. It's complete to Hopkins. And they will get to him at the 7 and stop him short of the first down marker. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. On 4th down, Watson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. He's at the 50. The 40, the 20, 10, 5, And they're going to come up empty here on 4th down.
This was almost what I've heard referred to as a pick 12.
Pick 12, explain.
Well, you're talking about the 6 that they were trying to get.
Because they were so close to the end zone.
And now the 6 going the other direction. So when you take a look at teams on the march, they're in the red zone. Then after the interception, and it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep them from going all the way.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Jacobs. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Well, they've gotten it down to the 3, but now this is 3rd and goal. They'll run with Jacobs. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Carlson now to add the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score Raiders 45, Texans 17.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Throwing again on 2nd and 10, Watson. It's complete to Fuller. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through.
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 13, and he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that... a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously, that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Yeah.
Their 2nd meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from the first one and blew out the Seahawks.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
Slam.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
3 down.
Once again, it's Jacobs. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
The Raiders on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6.
Hey, check 24. Check 24. White Monday down. Easy. Kill. 22. Hey, Zoo.
From midfield, here's Carr. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving.